When we have a ground ball in the defensive zone, we need to make sure we leave a long pole home in front of the cage. Here we win a ground ball at X, but we do so by sending all of our defensemen to go get the ball. This is too risky for us. We need to leave somebody home. And this next example shows us why. If we're not intentional about making sure someone's home and that person's communicating I'm home, look at the crease right now. We end up leaving somebody open, and that's the person in the most dangerous part of the field. So whenever there's a ground ball, the goalie and whoever sees it should yell ground ball, and then one of the defensemen needs to identify that he's home, freeing up the other two to get the ground ball. What we don't want to do is leave this player open on the crease. Now let's look at our wing positioning. We had some great examples of wing positioning in this game. Here we see our defender is a couple yards above the ball, and he's welcoming the player towards the 10-yard line. We're angled towards the 10-yard line, and we're not letting the player run towards the center of the field. This is exactly what we want to be doing. This next example here, we do the correct technique on both sides of the field. Here we're up a couple yards above, we're angled correctly, and here the same thing. We're above him, so if he's on the 10, we're on the 12 or the 13. What happens when we don't do this? It's paramount that we do this, because if we don't, look at our defender here. He's too low and we don't protect the dangerous part of the field, and we end up giving up a goal. This bad example is on the 20-yard line. This can happen anywhere when you least expect it. Make sure we are above the ball and we're angled where we want the player to go. It's just like when we play midi defense, but here we want him down the 10-yard line. Just like when we play midi defense, we want him down the side of the field instead of the center of the field.